Okay. All right, so welcome to the last session of our open source design dev room. As you might have heard already throughout the day or downstairs at our booth, we have this open source design job board. So you can post a job for if you have an open source project and you need a logo or a flyer or anything designed. Also, like whatever hardware design for your open hardware project, you can post a job there, and it will get you to this simple form where you put the details in, how to contact you, what's the project about. And the idea of this session is to make that in person. So you get 3 minutes to present your project, 1 minute to, or I mean, whatever, however you want to use them. But the idea is 1 minute, quickly describe your project, 1 minute, quickly say where you need design help specifically, and 1 minute how to contact you, or anything else that people want to know or something. It will be timed so that we don't go over the limit unnecessarily. In general, how many people are interested in pitching their project? Okay, cool. So we have a reasonable amount of people, and maybe some of you who are not quite sure yet, you can just come and also present your project. It's no big deal, don't worry, and maybe you get a designer out of it. So the only thing that the only requirement or whatever is that afterwards, after you presented it here, we would love you to post the job actually also on the website, so that people, not necessarily if you find someone here, you can also just post it there, and then you might find someone through there. So great, so let's actually start. And the idea is, because we don't want to disconnect and connect the laptop all the time, you just show the project website and we just do it via that, okay? So do we just want to start with you because you already basically preloaded this thing, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the timer ready, and
Test.
your backup. Okay, so say start whenever you want to start.
Sure.
Okay, do you have a microphone? Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Start.
Hey guys, my name is Ryan Sipes. I'm community manager for Thunderbird. This is Phil. He's Philip. He's the chair of the council, and I'm sure a lot of you probably have heard of Thunderbird before. We're the email client that is hashtag freeing the inbox, and we used to be a part of Mozilla, and now we're run completely by the community. And we have a really big project that has a look that's kind of a legacy of a time past, and so we'd like to show that to you guys, and then hopefully some of you will come and contribute to the project.
Because the best way to tell a designer that you can kind of help on something is to show how horrible it might have been in the past.
So this is what you see when you start up Thunderbird. We recently moved to like square tabs to kind of follow along with what Firefox is doing with Photon. And as you can see, there's a calendar on the right-hand side, but right now it just says when you start up, do you want to set up an account? And it gives you the options for the different account types that you can set up. This is the email screen of Thunderbird, and this is where you would view your email. The bottom part is the preview, although it's not really showing much of anything here. This is where you could see a message, see the content of the email that you're looking at. This is just a draft message that Philip has screenshotted here. This is the calendar. It's pretty basic calendar up there. Up at the top there, you see it lists out the events in a list view and then lays them out on this. This is the monthly view of the calendar. We also have day, week, etc.
1 minute left, just for info.
Here's tasks. Don't have a lot of time to talk about this, but it's pretty straightforward. You click the task when you're done with it. You can add tasks at the bottom. And then we also have chat functionality. It does IRC, matrix, and Twitter, and I don't know what else you can add there. And then this is a theme that the company Monorail did for us. It's a imagining of what Firefox could look like. We've tried to move there as quickly as we can, but of course it's a community effort. And you can get involved by, well, there's our Twitter handle, and I'm going to leave some cards. So if you're interested in contributing, I'd love to help you get involved and provide you with whatever you need to do that. So I'm going to leave my cards up here.
And if you have like 2 seconds left, I think on Thunderbird.
You can finish your sentence.
Okay, so I think on Thunderbird, the great thing is that it's a project that reaches over 25 million users, and it gives you a good opportunity to show your work to the world. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so also please post it on the job board, and yeah, it's great to have you in the community, and please also join our forum, and yeah. Cool, so who wants to go next? Sure. You can just clip it to your lapel.
I'll just hit the collar.
Oh, yeah, cool. And yeah, open the project website and then
No.
and I will just a sec. I will just, you can full screen it. And no, I need yeah. And I will just signal. We'll just signal 2 minutes and 1 minute. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Go.
So, Kiwix is the name of the project. I'm a developer that kind of contributes, and it's founded by a French guy who now lives in Switzerland. There are contributors from the US and the UK and France and Germany, wherever. The general premise is take Wikipedia with you. So in remote parts of Africa, for example, they don't have a very good internet connection. Browsing Wikipedia in whatever language is difficult. So Kiwix as an app, there's an Android app, an iOS app, native apps, and a web viewer. The Android app is used by about 50,000 users monthly, and then there are lots of other kind of content-specific apps as well. It's not just Wikipedia. The app lets you view physics simulations and Stack Exchange posts and YouTube and Khan Academy. There are lots of different bits of content in there. The app currently has no, or the project in general currently has very few designers involved. In fact, 0 designers to my knowledge. So it's kind of been, all the UIs are built by developers. The native apps are currently, or about to start being rewritten. So there's a good chance to come in for a greenfield project, a new project. But also the Android projects, there are lots of easy pickings for someone who knows what they're doing to come in and really take ownership of the design of these different apps. So there's a bit of everything, bit of Android design, bit of iOS design, bit of web design, and a bit of native app design. There's also designing the content, because stuff that's not Wikipedia specific can also be kind of munged, designed into a nice, easy to browse content. So there's kind of a lot of scope for design. If you want to try one thing and then move on to something else, that's fine within the project. So mostly Wikipedia is Kiwix is used in places with very poor internet connection. I personally have been involved in sending gigabytes and gigabytes, many hundreds of SD cards to places like rural Africa and India and various places that it's basically hard to get an internet connection. So if you want to be involved in that, you can contact me or go to kiwix.org and you can find us all on GitHub. But I'll be around afterwards, so you can come find me. Thank you.
Okay, who's next? Yeah, just open a new tab and command T. I think command. Yeah. And or just you can stay
Okay. Okay, so I didn't plan to pitch here, and I'm very tired, so it could be messy. Arbor is a social file sharing application that I want to make to help people exchange files, typically holiday pictures with your family, friends, or whatever. So the goal is to get rid kind of Facebook, Google, Drive, Dropbox, and all of that. So to have an alternative to that. So but the thing is, I'm only one person on this project, and I would be very happy to have a designer to help me. It's kind of working already, and it's not really terrible. But there's still a lot of things that need to be designed and to be improved. If you want to contact me, you can reach me on GitHub or to go to the GitHub page, you just write arbo.re. It's the name of the project, and you end up on the GitHub page. I'm designing the website right now, but it's not done, so it will be there sometimes. Yeah.
Thank you. Shorter presentations are always also encouraged. So, you next.
Take the mic.
All right.
Just take it in your hand.
Okay. Seamly is the rebranded name of the Valentina project, and we're developing a pattern share for fashion sewing patterns because we're trying to remove the barriers to entry into this unnecessarily secretive and proprietary industry. It's the second biggest industry on the planet. So we have a lot of people who are interested in this, but not that many people who are designers and not that many developers yet, but we do have a lot of interest. So I'm here at FOSDEM trying to gain additional contributors. This particular pattern share is obviously beta. No designers were involved with this, but the person who developed this is the database developer. So what we want to do is, the idea was to have something that was similar to the music players that Nate Willis talked about earlier today. And when he mentioned that it's actually a music player, I went, that's right, it really clicked. So I'm looking for a designer who can help us implement that workflow where a designer, will use our desktop app and upload it to the cloud with all the meta files required, the tech pack, the images, the tags, and then easily scroll through the images and search data to find what they need. So if you have any interest in working on this project, please let me know. I think you can contact, it's not here, but you can contact us at hello@seamly.net.
We actually have time for questions, so yeah, go ahead.
Are you coming from this industry? I mean, your background is...
My background, I sewed all my clothes through high school. I'm not trained in fashion design. My background is network security. I was manager for NASA's Budget and Time Network for a few years. So when I retired from that, I had children to raise, and my husband and I had a blended family. So anyway, I chose this to keep my brain together, to keep my hand in some sort of time.
Right.
It just grew. We have several thousand beta users around the world, and we're translated in over 30 languages, and it seems like it's going to really take off. We've gotten lots of interest. So we just need designers to make it look really great and the workflow smooth. So, any other questions?
Okay, who's next? Yep. And remember, everyone, put it on opensourcedesign.net/jobs.
Yes.
Just submit it there.
Okay. Smaller.
Sorry? Oh yeah, command and minus.
Okay.
Yeah, there's an extra.
And I will signal you with the
Hi, I'm Bob. This is Gasdotto. I had a lightning talk yesterday, so you can find probably a record on the FOSDEM website about the detail of the application. But this is just an accounting application for ethical purchasing group, or to easy the local economy to purchase goods from a local producer and sustain local economy in different places. It is a purchasing model quite popular in Italy. I'm trying to spread it in other countries. This is a website. You can find here a demo. The application has been wrote in the last 2 years. And the whole graphic is just plain Bootstrap, and I'm absolutely bad in choosing colors. The logo is quite ugly. So if you want to participate, you can get a look to the demo, just to get an idea of the application. In particular here, it is missing a local selector here, so the default language is Italian, but you can find a translation in English and German in the configuration. And you can find me, here, of course, you'll find the contacts info at gasdot.net, or you can find it on GitHub, and that's all. Thank you.
Next. Were some people in the back? No? Or so you can, yeah, pitch your if you need designers, you can pitch your project if it's open source.
I don't need designer. I think one nice designer will do that.
Also, yeah. Also, if you just need one designer, yeah.
And this will show you why.
Here, just in the mic. Okay, I will signal you if you have 2 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure if any one of you is familiar with skydiving, parachuting. I am. I jumped out of an airplane about 300 times. The problem in skydiving the last 20 years is that parachutes are getting smaller, and skydivers are choosing smaller canopies and landing very fast. That is dangerous. That kills people. So the parachute is okay, the material is fine, and then the pilot makes a mistake and kills himself because the canopy is too small. So in the Netherlands, there are now rules what kind of experience you need to jump with a specific canopy, specific parachute. And those rules are rather complicated. So I built this website over 2 years ago, where you can select your experience level. And let's say I'm a beginner. That sets the total number of jumps to 5. Jumps in the last year to 5, and the exit weight to 85 kilograms, and then shows here the green, the parachutes I can jump because of my experience. When I gain experience, let's say I'm an expert, let's say I have done 1,200 jumps, of which 200 in the last year, then I can jump all these kinds of canopies. So it's a rather simple app. It's already working. I'm rebuilding it currently. This is AngularJS, and I'm rebuilding it to be in React. So there is all kinds of space to change the layout and change the system. One of the main things I would like to change is that you can app or send a specific parachute to a friend to recommend it. Currently, if you select select the parachute, it's expanded here and it's not shown in the URL. What I would like to do is have a specific page for each parachute, so you can send it through to a friend. Because actually this is also a database of all parachutes that exist in the world. You can search, for example, for this parachute, and it shows it in a pop-up, and that should be a page in the new site, I think. And there's many more things to improve, both in just the design and the interaction. So if anybody would like to have a simple design project, I think it's rather simple and it can be explained in these 3 minutes.
How to contact?
Be my guest. My name is Robert Webmar. If you go to this site, you can find my details. Then you have to know the site, so you have to write down this URL. It's Skydive Compass Rose. That's the Dutch name of the regulations. And there is in the menu information with my email address. Thank you.
So this is a really cool example actually where good design can save lives, right? Or where this app can actually save lives. So yeah. Yeah. Cool. Okay, anyone else? We have, how many minutes do we have left actually? 9? Yeah, 9 minutes, so like 2 more, maybe 3. Yeah? You don't need your laptop, we're not going to unplug anything. So just open the website of the project. Oh, it's local. Oh, we can try. We can try. If you're the only person who wants to... Or do you also want to pitch? Okay, then you come first before we unplug, and then...
Hi, I'm Michael. I didn't prepare anything.
No worries. I think no one did, so...
And I have a very unsexy project, actually. It's about...
Just a sec, the mic?
Okay. Sorry?
Yeah, just take both, and I will signal you 2 minutes.
Okay, I have a very unsexy project. It's an identity and access management project, and people usually hate to use it and hate to maintain data therein. And so there might be some chance to make some people's life a little bit nicer. And okay, it's starting even from the web page. You can see it's really bad design, and I'm bad in choosing colors. But you can also look into an online demo. Oh, okay, no. A bit, yeah. Into a web interface, and you see it's looking like the 90s. And but you can here click into the live demo server. You can even screw it up completely, no problem. You know, I will restore it. So yeah, I need help because people find this ugly, and they're right. And so, but it's plain HTML because it's supposed to still work with console browsers. So I would need some help, especially for the cascaded style sheets. So that's it.
How to contact you?
Okay. At the website, I mean, there's
show the
usually...
URL?
Yeah. Oh, how... Okay.
Yeah, there.
So it's re-deer.com. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So, yeah, you were the last one, or we have? I mean, maybe we have time for two. Do you also want to? Oh, you too. Okay. Okay. So that's the last project. We'll try to unplug this. Do you have a mini display board, or? Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. You wanna mirror it or something? The display settings, or I think you need to mirror because it's a separate.
Yeah.
Go to the display settings.
Can you get from?
In the Finder and thing, just for displays. You just put a mirror.
Preferences.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then this arrangement, I think. And mirror space.
Okay. Hello, guys. We are freestyling, like some of you. We just want to say thank you for the open design, because I was here first time last year, and this was actually the class that made me feel home, and it's nice to return back here. This is Eric. We are students at Swedish IT school. We're studying application development for iOS and Android. We were sitting in the classroom after the class hours and just playing together and doing some homeworks, and we thought that why can't this school have an open source community? Because we thought that it can be quite hard to get into open sourcing just via GitHub, that is so big and scary. So we wanted to have it local. What we are actually now doing, we did a small first version of the web page. It can be found on, wow, this is, can I get it to fit the screen anyway?
The resolution is that's the screen presenter resolution. So
Okay.
Do command minus.
Yeah. Nice. The project is actually up, the first version of it on Coffee Break, with the name Coffee Break on my account. And actually we're going to present this to the school next week. And what we like to do is to make the project, now at the moment it looks like our school, but we want to it to look more friendly, so it's easier to get involved, and not to look like material design, more friendly. And we will put price also to the logo and the color scheme. So of course the hardest parts, logo, colors, and hero banner, we are ready to pay for also a bit for it. But what we also offer is to jump on to similar kind of projects, because we think that we should take these open source projects. If you have a job place where you want to create some kind of open source things, and or a school, and let us together have more ideas what these kind of platforms should have to get the open source ideas and movement going. Oh yeah.
Contact. How to contact you?
Let me just write it here.
Or on the GitHub maybe. I mean, is your email there in your GitHub profile?
Good question. There is a page you can find my email. I can see coolsport.se. Okay, thank you guys.
Cool. So that was it basically for our open source design dev room this year.
If you want to help us clean the room,
Yeah, if you want to help clean, much appreciated.
or just take away if you see some trash.
Yeah, take some trash out and stuff. Yeah, and if you want some stickers, we actually ran out of stickers here, but maybe there's some down at the booth. And yeah, and I would like to give a special thanks to Victoria, who organized the room this year. So yeah. So see you next year, or at a different open source conference near you, I guess.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Yeah, thank you.
So